Welcome back, YouTube, and today I'm going to do another top 5 overdone Halloween costumes. What does that mean? That means these are Halloween costumes that get done every year, and they're overdone. They're not unique, they're not creative, they're 5 easy costumes to get by to wear. Number 5, superheroes. Every year, you see superhero movies come out in the summer and in the fall. So what does everyone want to do? Dress up as a superhero. It's been done. Alright? People do it at Comic-Con. That's cool. People do it on Halloween and trick-or-treat with their kids. That's cool. But it's overdone. It's not unique. It's not creative. Let's try something fresh. Something new. Alright. Number 4. Your zombie, vampire, werewolf, cheerleader. It's been overdone. Now there's more to this when it comes to the cheerleader. Now there's the bloody cheerleader. You know, the list goes on. That's overdone. You see it all the time. Slutty girls wearing slutty costumes. It's Halloween. I mean, yeah, you can dress up as a slut for all we care. It's Halloween. People do it at Comic-Con. You know, it's not unique. It's not creative. Anyway, it's overdone. Number 3. And this one, it was a mixture between 2 and 3. Alright, so number 3 would have to be the movie of the year. So, what I mean by that is, you get one big main movie that comes out, like a big blockbuster hit, and everyone wants to dress up as it. So, I mean, it could be a pop culture movie, it could be a drama pick movie, it could be a western, any type of genre movie. Alright, someone wants to be a character from that movie, and they dress up for Halloween, which is unique and creative. People have different takes on the character, which is cool. And it's done in Comic-Con. But it gets played out. Alright, we've seen so many different versions of Ghostbusters. How more versions of Ghostbusters are we going to see? You know, we've seen, different versions of Alice in Wonderland. I mean, how many times are you going to change her up? Alright. Okay. So, number 2. Now this one, it's personal. It's not really personal, but it's like, it's overdone. To a degree where it just gets, number 2 are political costumes. Every year, you're going to see different versions of aspects of political costumes. With Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Eva Von Trump. I mean, you're just going to see different political costumes. Overdone on Halloween, and even at Comic-Con. Every year, it's a different president, different rendition. Okay? It's not unique, it's not clever. Now, number 1, in the most overdone costume of all time. Sorry, I have no drum roll here. I'm losing my train of thought because my dog is barking because he's a retard over a stupid stick. Anyway, number 1 is Disney. Disney costumes. Every year, Disney comes out with a new movie, and people want to wear the costumes from that Disney movie. There's different renditions of it, but every year, you're going to see it. You're going to see it at Comic-Con, you're going to see it on Halloween. Every year. Come on, guys. Let's be creative. Let's be unique. Now, in my experiences of Halloween and dressing up, my dad and my mom were very creative. They looked outside the box, especially my dad. He would make costumes for me. Now, a few times I went as Dracula. Now, this isn't, your normal Dracula that, you've seen in Van Helsing. No, this was like the 1940s Dracula. The black and white horror film that, Nostradamus, I think I'm mispronouncing it wrong, was a silent film of Dracula. But then before it was Dracula and the Curse of Dracula. Anyway, my mom dressed me up as Dracula. And then it was Eddie Monster from the Munsters. So it was a combine of that. But let me rephrase on the top 5. Now I'm just thinking, and some things are coming to my head. The overdone costume is the armed soldier. What I mean by the armed soldier is the armed forces. You got SWAT, which is not really armed force. It's just an armed force for the police. But you got your Navy, your Army, your Marine, your Air Force. So we're done. You see old kids running around in tactical uniforms, trying to be the heroes that we support and we look up to, and we thank them for their sacrifices to keep us free. So I did not put that on the list due to the fact that I want to show respect for our armed forces and our veterans out there, because that is a costume that represents someone sacrificing themselves to keep others safe. And it's an honor to look up to those men and women that are enlisted and not enlisted and now are veterans. So, I didn't put that on the list due to the fact that I don't care if they're overdone, but you see them all the time on Halloween and even at Comic-Con. So, that's not on the list. But, back to what my parents would dress me up as Halloween. So, one year, I wanted to go as a robot. So, my dad decided to build me a cardboard box robot costume, which is seen, in Lost in Space, the Jetsons. Literally, it was a cardboard box. Head, body, it was like one of those toy robots, they spin around and they shoot, make laser sounds. Anyway, it was pretty cool. It had a little dispenser in the top right pocket, where if you press the button and you put the candy in there, it would go into a storage container, which was a trash bag, and it would carry my candy inside my costume. And it had the Star Trek logos, it had Lost in Space logos on it. It was a really cool costume. That was the most unique costume I've ever worn, thanks to my dad. Another costume I enjoyed wearing growing up was trying to take a famous actor from a favorite movie of mine. I'm still working on this. But I would dress up as an alien. I never really got to fully do the alien costume itself, like the Xenomorph, because I was a big fan of Alien. I mostly went as, one of the workers from the Nostromo, the Sulaco from Aliens, one of the prisoners from Alien 3, I never really actually got to do the actual Xenomorph costume. I'm still working on it. I have plans, I have details in my head, I have blueprints that I want to actually make this costume, and I want to bring it to life in Comic-Con 1 year with the help of my girlfriend. But that was when I would dress up as. I also did Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers and Starship Troopers, which there's a difference. Starship Troopers is its own movie, its own comic, based on the 1993 film Starship Troopers and book that was written in 1989, I believe. Basically, it's about a bunch of planets, and planet Earth is like been attacked by a bug planet, by a meteorite. And civilians of this planet go onto a planet and kill a whole bunch of bugs, arachnid bugs. So, it's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I will do a movie review on that if you guys would like. So, Starship Troopers. Now, Stormtroopers, we all know what Stormtroopers are, people. Do we not? Those are the soldiers, or the so-called Nazis of World War II, adaptation of the Empire of Star Wars trilogy and sagas. They were the soldiers of the Empire, Darth Vader's, soldiers, workers. So now the rebels were, civilians who basically the allies. Alright, so anyway, don't want to get a little too political there, I'm getting a little historical there, because Star Wars and Starship Troopers both take the adaptations of World War II. Even though they're both taken in space, the premise behind them is basically a historical piece of what happened in World War II. So, anyway, and the last costume I can remember wearing, when my sister was old enough to go trick-or-treating, I did one. Yes, I'll admit it. I dressed up with my sister for Halloween 1 year. And I went as a knight in shining armor. And she was a princess. And we did the fairy tale theme costume. So, yeah. But that is my top 5 costumes that have been overdone during Halloween and in Comic-Con. If you guys have any other creative costumes that you have seen, or you have any other suggestions that, maybe I missed on the list, please comment down below. Feel free to let me know that if I missed something. But those are the top 5 that I've seen growing up, now that I'm 28, and I can't really go out and get candy, but I can dress up at Halloween costume contests, parties, at Comic-Con. But, I'm too old for candy.